So welcome to the next video in React JS series. So in this video we are going to integrate checkout cart HTML page and the add to cart API and then common header actually. So common header is nothing but now we are having all the headers in the same home page, actually home component, so it doesn't have any separate thing. So to make it is common header, I am creating one more component. The reason creating the common header is we are going to create a checkout cart HTML page. This checkout cart HTML page will have the same all the menus which is having the home page. So instead of duplicating, I will create one common page where I can able to integrate the common header, and also we need to integrate React router. The reason of using React router is to navigate the page. For example, whenever I am clicking this add to cart or the page product name, the time it has to navigate it to the product page. Correct. So the product page. So for this navigation, we need to include this React router. Okay. First of all, I will install the React router in the application. Let's see the path. Okay. So I will install the React router. Okay, this is the dependency library, so I'm going to install with our application. Okay, let it get installed. Meanwhile, I will create two web pages. One is product component, product.js. Another one is checkout cart HTML page. Checkout cart.js. Okay, these are the web pages, but normally actually this is not a proper way. We need to create a folder. Within the folder only we need to create these files, but somehow it's because of this thing. It's a simple application, so I just created in a same source folder. But actually in the very bigger projects, it has to be created in the separate folders to identify. Okay, done. So our React router has installed in our application. So now we need to give the proper navigation. For example, so all the routers should come with the should have this router. Instead of router only, all the links should come. So in the app.js, which means the main JS, I'm just install this thing. So router is the all the navigation elements should come inside the router only. Okay, so this is a router. So this is the path. So based on the path, it has to load. For example, if the path is about, it has to load about, but we are having only home, right? So I'm just removing. That means whenever there is no path is mentioning, that time it will load the home actually. Okay, this is the home, and now we need a product product.id, which means product/id. This is like a dynamic parameters I can send from the URL. This is product page and it has the query parameter, path parameter. So here I need to add product. So whenever the URL is coming to product, okay, product has to import it here. Import. So this is a product component. Export default function product. Okay, I don't need this thing. Maybe I will remove, but it may. So here checkout cart. Checkout cart. Okay, so this is a checkout cart function. So in the app.js, now we need to give the path to the checkout cart as well. So checkout cart, we don't need any path parameters, so I will just put it. So here it has to be checkout cart component. Correct. Okay. So this is the one. So now we have added a product page as well as checkout cart page. Okay, this is the one thing. Okay, now one more thing is whenever the user is clicking this checkout cart, right? That means Okay, first I will run our application. Yeah, okay. So whenever the user is clicking this icon, right, it has to show the add to cart, that value. That means what are the products has been added. So for this, we are having one module already there in our template. That means whenever the user is clicking the icon, it has to load that icon. So this is the web page. This is a component that we are going to integrate. So I'm just copy this thing. This is, yeah. So this is the thing. Maybe we will. Yeah, I just copy only this part. This will be dynamically rendered from our application. So this has to be added in our header component. Okay, I will also create header. Header.js, because it's like a command, right? So I'm just adding here. Moreover, I just copy this thing inside the header. Okay, I just copy. Okay, wait. Some error is coming. Okay. Div has to close properly, right? Okay, you will also need to close. Here input and button closed. Then what else? Okay, the form needs to close before the after. Yeah. Okay, now everything is clear. Oh, sorry, it has to be header, correct? Okay, so it has to be header. Okay, this header has been just added this checkout cart page. That means whenever the user is clicking this icon, it has to load that component, that thing needed. But apart from this, just we need to include all this white color component, right? That we need to come from. It has to come from the header component. So what I'm going to do is from the home page, I'm integrating. Otherwise, I will just move this header is there. No, I will just took this header from this home component, and I will move this to header component. No, it's a common. Okay, instead of mentioning here, I can do is in the app.js I can able to add the header here. Header. Okay, so I need to import the header. From header. Okay, so header has been added, everything is added. Okay, but one thing is in the header only, in the home page header only, we are having this sign in and sign up pop-up, right? So that functionality also has to move here. So I'm just copying this thing and moving to, this is like a sign up pop-up, right? Whenever the user is clicking this icon, it has to show the pop-up. This is also moved to header, so that functionality also we need to move here. So apart from this, I think it doesn't have anything. Okay, the sign in, sign up pop, that is also we need to move to the header component. That is the login API. So login API, yeah. So this login API, just copy, move to the header component. I'm just commenting as far as of now, and we need to move this sign up API to our new header component. Okay, along with this, we need to move the variables which is related with our page. So I think this product list, category list doesn't need in the header. We can remove. So here I just remove this thing. No, I don't need this thing. Okay, expressing the name. So name. Yeah, I can use Control Z, Control X, Control V. So hereafter this variable doesn't need here. So So this thing I can comment as of now. I don't need this thing. I need Sun API. This also I don't need, but instead of deleting, I will comment it now. Maybe we will delete after some time if everything is working fine after the changes. Okay. Okay, everything added. So what we can do is now we can check our things. I think this also we don't need, right? Let me see where it is added. Yeah, that sign up pop-up also we need to add. Okay, I will just copy this thing and I will move this to header component. Just cut, paste it anywhere in our application. So here, yes. And I need to move the CSS app.css. This also okay. This also we have added. This also needed, so I will just move all these things. Okay, now header is ready. Header move to app.js, which is like a common thing, and only this part will get rendered dynamically whenever the user is clicking. And product we need to do, and home page. I think okay. I will just save everything. Let me see whether it's working or not. I hope it may give some error, of course. Attempted imported header is not exported from the header. Some header. Okay, now we need to import the router configuration. So I just copy the thing. In our app.js. So okay, now what is it? In header.js, get category is not defined. Header get category. What is the method? Okay, this word only this has to be called in the home page. So I'm just refreshing. Router is not defined where in app.js. What is there? So header router. What is there? I don't know. I'll just comment it. Let me see where it is. Okay, the problem is with the I think this header, it might have this inline CSS, which will not be in the proper format of JSX. Okay, this thing I will remove. And the class also we need to include. It should be like class name, correct? So class is equal. If it is the valid thing, then we need to change this class name. Replace all. Yeah, it's working fine. If I click this thing, yeah, it's working. If I click sign up, it has to come. So I think this is coming from our new header component. So it's like a common thing. If I click something, okay, so this event we will add now. Sometimes you can see this error rates because of some history. So whenever you are facing this issue in React.js, mostly just press Ctrl or hit refresh. It will get refreshed. Okay, don't get confused like why even the code is working, maybe the React may show the error from the history. So try to load the web page whenever you are facing the issue. But still, if you are facing the issue, that time you have to check the code. But okay, so whenever user is clicking this button, I need to show that this cart, this thing I need to show. Okay, I will just, this is constant. This is like a static thing, but it has to be dynamically rendered from our data. Okay, so this has to be blocked whenever user is clicking. So that icon, user icon, is inside our, I think, yeah, this is the icon the user is clicking. So here I will add on click event. So whenever user is clicking, const show cart list. So whenever user is clicking, yeah, sorry. So here we need to add this pop-up. Okay, before that, what I'm going to do is I will add one variable. It's like a true or false. So based on the status, it will show where the cart we need to show. So initially it will be false. So show cart pop-up. Correct. So here I will have show cart pop-up. Okay, initially it is the value is default, by default the value is false. So whenever the user is clicking this icon, it has to show the, where is it? Okay, so here, so show cart pop-up, the value will be true. Correct. Okay, so there is a close icon will be there in the same pop-up. That time it has to be false. So where's the close icon? Some close icon will be there. Okay, that I will check. There's some small icon will be there. Okay, so here class name, if show cart pop-up, I think style has to be condition. I think we need to add the style based on style. Yeah. Can I add class name as well? So I just add it instead. Here I will add a active or something. Okay, so in this thing, so in app.css id, so the id is dot active. The id is having one class active. I will add display block. Correct. So before that we need to check whether it has load the yeah, okay, it is there. So if the class is having this means true active, the time it will load the pop-up. Okay, I'm just saving. Let me see whether the application is working or not. Okay, before that we need to stop the navigation. Whenever I'm clicking, some navigation is happening, correct? Yeah, so for this we will add void of 0 JavaScript. Void of 0, okay. So now I'm clicking, what is this? Is it saving or not? Refresh. Is it saving or is it proper way? So our application is running. Okay, here it has to. How come it is loading? Search box, search got pop up. I think somewhere I have had a long thing. This is search icon. Okay, this icon from where it is coming. I think this is some wrong place I added the event. Let me see what is that is. Okay, this is view got okay. Inside the form I think it is got rendered. Okay. Oh, that is the reason it got submitted. Huh? Okay, this thing. Okay, we don't need this thing. I will remove all these things. Okay. Because what they have done is whenever they are clicking this button, it will load the form. That means it is submitting the form. We are not doing this thing. So what I am going to do is I will add this on click here. So whenever the user is clicking this button, it will load the function. Okay, now if I click, yeah, of course the event is coming, but I don't know why some more is coming. Let me see active. Something is coming. So form. I think I don't need the form, by the way. So I will remove the form from this pop-up. So this form I don't need. I will remove. Corrected. Yeah. Oh, it's working fine. So whenever the user is clicking, it has to show that this pop-up. So here it will have one cross symbol, which will close the pop, which will use for close the pop-up. Maybe I will add like close icon. Let me see. Let me see whether it is working or not. Yeah, the close is working, but it has to come inside the LI, correct? Okay, that style we will add later. Just now I will add a close icon, only this thing. So here should part pop-up, it has to be false. Okay, one more thing here, it has to be in the arrow function. Fresh. Clicking, closing, clicking, closing. Okay, I will move this CSS part to the, where is it? This thing, this class name. Yeah, I will add a cursor pointer. Okay, actually this has to be come inside the, maybe we will add the background color. Maybe this has to be added in the background color. Okay, so now this data has to render from our data. That means dynamic. Now it is static. It has to render from the web page, which means from the server. Actually, now we didn't include this thing. Okay, I think we can design now, which means, so what is the logic behind this is, we are going to use okay, context. Before that we can add we can check whether the product page is working fine or not, the navigation. So for this we need to check whether category API is loading or not in the home page. So in the home page, okay, so in our home page we need to use use effect. Use effect is nothing but it's like a function which will be called initially. So here I'm using get category. Actually here we need to add check user login. So here this function has to call only when the user is logging. So okay, I'm just adding, yeah, it came. And one more thing is in the get category, right? In the get category, it has to load the get product by category initially. That so 0.id, I think so. Which means by default it will call the 0.id. Okay. This is like whenever something is happening, the get category is called. That time by default it will call the product page. Yeah. Correct, right? Okay. So here I will add. So now we are having only test and price. So here I will add one small button called add to cart. So whenever user is clicking this test, it will go for the product page instead of showing the add to cart. Okay, so that logic is here. Instead of going to the product name, I will add one more thing, but it has to be in the add to cart. It has to be in a different style that I will add later. Now we will implement the functionality, then we will go for CSS part. Okay, so here add to cart is correct. Now I need to remove this function. So whenever I am clicking this product name, it has to load the product page, correct? PRODUCT product slash. It's correct only. Why it is showing error? Actually, it is correct. Product slash product.id. Okay. This curly brace should not. Okay. Sorry. So this is the reason actually. Okay. Inside the curly brace, I am just adding this thing because the reason of this style is in the app.js in the router product-id. So due to this scenario, we are adding the navigation based on the same scenario. So whenever I am clicking this product, it will navigate to the product page. This page it will get navigated. Okay. Here now what I'm gonna do is maybe I need to integrate the product page from our static HTML. So this thing, okay, this I don't need. Maybe product 2, this also I don't need. Product 1, this also I don't need. Single HTML. Yeah, this is the web page we need to integrate. So here in this part, it has to show the product detail. Whenever the user is clicking the product name from the home page, right, it will navigate here and it will load the data from the server. Okay, only this data up this the menu and this thing will be already added. So only thing is only this part has to be copied from our from this web page. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will just move this file, opening the Visual Studio Code. Okay, I will move single HTML. Okay, this thing we don't need. Only this best 3G mobile phone. So the content. Yes, so this is a part. So this part we need to take from here. I'm just copying all these things. Okay, let me see whether it is working or not. So here I'm just checking. Okay, as usual, it will have a lot of things. I don't need this file. This is I don't need this form as well. Okay. I think somewhere it has the problem is here. This total script I don't need. Okay, somewhere why there is coming for input. Some other input is not pushing. Yeah, here. Okay, so this part has been completed, and where is the issue? Okay, so here is the issue. Maybe this thing we can remove, right? This RAM, color, all these things. I think I don't need. I will remove as of now. I am not doing any implementations, and I will remove color as well. So color quality, content, and I don't need. I think in this entire app I don't need. I will remove. Okay, and description. This thing only I can have this thing. And this also I don't need. Okay, so okay, I'm just storing the file. Let me see, will it have any error? Does have any errors? Okay, if I click this thing, if I refresh, why is that? Oh, okay, the server has closed actually. Okay, I will just refresh. Yeah, it's fine. So if I click this thing, go to product. Yeah, it's working fine. But here is the problem actually. So the problem is, so here the CSS is loading fine. But whenever I am taking this test, right, it is not loading the way. It's because our CSS is not loading. If we go to the index.html, there only we are loading all our files, correct? If we go to index.html, here only we are loading our CSS file. But the problem is due to this path, it's not getting loaded. It's adding one more slash, which is creating some path problem. So what we need to do is we need to copy this thing, public URL, and we need to paste it here. So due to the one more URL added, one more URL added in our file creates some issues. So I'm just copying, and you can see the issue won't come. Copy, and let me see. Okay, and everything is added properly. Okay, slash is missing. Yeah, now it is working fine. But the problem is why home is not also loading. It's because of JS. So this is working fine. Okay, it's because of the header. Why the error is coming? So home, whenever I'm clicking this name, it will go for the product app.js. If I refresh, it will have only one this page. Okay, some console error coming. Okay, this we don't need. We will solve later. So product ID, product name. What is the issue? Issue. problem is here, so we need to put the property called exact. So which means this exact will match the exact parameters of the URL. For example, what happened initially before means, okay, I need to start the server once again. Yeah, okay. So initially, before what happened is whenever I am clicking this name, it is going to here. But problem is before it was loading both home and product page, right? It's because the exact parameter. So this exact parameter without exact parameter. For example, in case if I remove this exact, it will load all the things. Okay. So here you can see the home also, the same product, but here we have mentioned only the product parameter, but it's because of the slash, because the slash is matching in the product as well. So we need to use the property called exact. Exact means it will match the exact property. For example, only this will load when the parameters are like this. Only this will load only the exact parameter should be has the slash. So I'm just adding this parameter. So now you can see only the product page is loading. I have added them some basic CSS changes. So here it is having a static content. So it has to be dynamically passed based on the product ID. Okay. Here we need to add one API. We need to add one API. Okay, let it be. So now we will go to our product page. Okay. So now we have designed this. I have designed this page also. I think I need a little more CSS. Maybe we will add some padding or something. Padding. So I will add little padding to look good. It's right? I hope it's fine. I'll add this padding as well in our CSS. CSS. Okay, here I have added the padding. Refresh. We click. Yeah, it is looking nice. But still, if I maybe I will add border as well. Border. Pixel solid. Yes. Okay. Now it looks good. So I'll just copy this thing and I will add this border here. Okay, maybe I will add one more element to see how it looks when the multiple products is adding. So where is the list? Here is the list. So I will just copy and I will paste it here. Yeah, okay, so it looks good actually. So I think I don't need this. It is disabled input, but instead I can use little span instead of this thing. Right, span maybe 11. I need to use the class as well. So class name, just cut, paste it here. I will comment it as of now. The value of 10. Copy and I will comment it. Commenting means just like maybe in case if I want to do some changes, I can use the existing code. Yeah, now it looks good actually. So I can use this for clearing the data, and this is the product name. Okay, now it's a static data, so it has to load it from the API. Before that, it has to load in from the context actually. Use context. So I think before that we need to check everything is finished. Yeah, now this thing is finished. And product page also done, and if I click and it will also open the checkout cart page. Okay, this is also fine, everything is fine. Maybe here we will add one small link to go to checkout page actually, correct, because user can able to navigate to checkout page. So this is the checkout page. So checkout page is nothing but to see all the product. Here you can add something little, only the quantity. If he wants any quantity or something, he can do in user can able to do in checkout cart page. Okay, so I need to add maybe a small link in the top. Maybe here I can add. Yes, here I can add span checkout cart something. I will add some small anchor reference. Okay, here slash checkout. So I need to check the parameter whether it is correct or not. Checkout. Yeah, this is checkout cart. Checkout cart. Okay. Click. Checkout cart scheme. Okay. Yeah, reference. Oh, it's not showing. Why the hyperlink is not working? Maybe it is not showing properly. It's because here it is working, right? Example. Yeah, here it is showing. So anchor reference. Yeah, reference href inside the codes. Code cart. Even a. I need to check why. Yeah, I think some history problem. Oh my god. Okay, some history problem. Okay, so if I click, it will go for checkout cart. Okay, so checkout cart we didn't do any changes. So I think yeah, it doesn't have anything. So maybe I will add a return method. Okay, we need to open the checkout cart HTML. So that page we can add it here. So checkout cart. Yeah, only this part. I think only this portion we need to inherit from this file. So I will open this file in the Visual Studio Code, VS Code, and I will just grab only that part, only that particular HTML part I will open here. Yeah, maybe container, only the container. Yeah, up to this part I am just opening, and I will move to here. Okay, all the class has to be class name we all know. So refresh. Okay, I think some elements are not closed properly, or we know this we need to change. And okay, I think I will have only one element as of now, and I don't need this form. Where is this form? Okay, and style will create a problem. Okay, here it has to be inside the curly brace. Okay, so it is fine, and somewhere some problem. Yeah, I think this also we don't need actually. Okay. It has to come in single quotes, I think, as per the JSX format, correct? Yeah. So I'm just refreshing and I'm scrolling. Let me see whether it is working. Yeah. Oh no, it's not working. Only this thing is came. Okay, I don't need this thing. So these are one. Maybe no. Yeah, but somehow it has to come here due to the do portion, the common CSS. I think due to this ID, I think it came here. Maybe I will remove. It's not a proper way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do, we have to add some CSS class, common CSS class, like class I can check out cart. So what I can do is the common CSS. Where is the common CSS? Maybe somewhere. I think that CSS. This I don't need. In the style.css is there, no? There we need to add some CSS. Yeah, here is the column. I will add this thing. Here I will add one more class. Code, cart, wrap. I will copy the app.css. I will add one more thing. Because I need to override some HTML based on this for this page alone. So I need to override the CSS property. Okay, I don't need the position property, correct? So position relative I can add, and I don't need position none I can add. No, it's not allowed. Unset is working. I don't know what is the value, but it is working fine by the way. And okay, it is not expecting. So for this element alone, I will use this unset, which I don't need this for this, which I don't need for this page alone. And okay, so I will copy this thing. I will add this checkout wrap. Okay, I will paste it. Yeah, as you can see now, I can able to see. Oh my god. Checkout cart wrap. It is not okay. I need to add this priority. Yeah, now it's came. So the checkout cart wrap came. Okay, but here I don't need actually it has to show like this actually, correct? So little bit width. So here what is the width it has provided? So we need to change the width as well. So width here it is there. So maybe I can add with 50%. Yeah, shows little good. I should need some little gap between the elements. Yeah, those elements. Okay, this thing I will copy. Commit cart. Total, where is the page? Footer, under the footer. Here, okay, here we need to add this style. Let me see, will it work? Yeah, it is working. So but we need to add the with the it is 50%. So in this radio app I will add like again margin 10 pixel 0. Here I will add this class to identify it won't affect the pop-up. So it is refresh. Yeah, it is there. But why it is not working? So why this is not like getting applied? Refresh. The class name is busy. Checkout cart here and checkout.html. Shit man, sorry, I'm just seeing this page here. That's really sorry. Okay, so here I need to see, okay. And I need to. Okay, so here it came and here it came, and I think here it needs some special little space. Maybe they have added something. Maybe I don't want to disturb that. It's a top and bottom or something. Margin 5 pixel 0. So okay, it looks nice by the way, but it's not good. Yeah, I will add not here, maybe in that.css. So margin 0 10. Top and bottom, right and left. Top and bottom 0 and this thing. So only for this web page. So I'm adding these lines to this thing. Refresh. Yeah, oh god, it's not working as usual. It's because radio wrap input. Yeah, now it's working. Okay, this data has to come dynamically from the context actually. Okay, here also we need to do some highlighting properties. Okay, this we will do later actually. Once we done everything we can do. If we click, this also we need to change. And if we click, I think here we don't need this checkout, this icon here. Still need to show this. We need to hide only for this page alone. Okay, this we can able to do. And okay, let it be. And here also the same functionality has to call. And here this thing. And here instead of showing this thing, we can add some select button actually. The reason is here the user can able to edit, but here user can't able to edit these values. But here user can able to update the quantity, correct? So instead, what I can do is instead of using the text box, I can use select, correct? Option 1. So it has to run dynamically. Now I will do something. 2, 3, 4. Refresh. Nothing is happening. It's because, oh my god, I am working on this page earlier. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 will come. So up to 10 will come. Now I have added this only thing. It has to dynamically loaded. Okay, so I will just refresh the page even more. It's not okay, so it is working fine. So checkout cart page also ready. So if I click this link, I will go for home and I will click this thing and I refresh one more time. Sorry, some error here. I think some neighbor issue actually. Okay, this thing I will check and let you know, guys. I don't know why. It is working. Maybe I have to refresh. So okay, it's not now working. And now also it is working. Okay, so this checkout cart has been completed. This also completed. Okay, next thing is next video we will see add to cart API and checkout cart API. And before that we need to include context actually, context. So this context also we need to include. So thank you guys. If you have any doubts or something, please comment it. And if you have any doubts, if you like this video, please share and share it with your friends. Thank you.